everybody. June the 5th, Friday, last day of the work week. Got a lot of things going on. I haven't did a opening bell in a while, so I thought it'd be a good idea to let the opening bell come in at 9:30, so those who haven't heard it before, when you're doing day trading or ready to buy stocks when they first open uh, the trading floor, you'll at least know what that sounds like. Once the bell goes off, I'm in one, two, three contracts right now, and as of right now, I'm in a good position with Starbucks. I have a contract saying that Starbucks is going to go to $79.50, and it's clearly over 80 right now. And my MU contract, I have it going over $51.50, and it's clearly over 52. So I plan on at least making at least $120 with that one. But I'm going to take a loss with T-Mobile. So you'll see some numbers fluctuate when it first opens, just to give you an idea so you'll know what it looks like. We're going to let this play out, and it'll happen here in a few seconds. So it looks like my MU sold. I'll tell you how much I'm investing. Give me 1 second, Shy. So right now, my Starbucks option, we go back to it real quick. My Starbucks option is currently at 95 cents, 98 cents. That's what it sells for right now. See if I could get this going at a good sale. Try to get this T-Mobile up out of here. And look like the Starbucks is finally selling where I want it to be, which would be at around $100, $103. So when I go back to my home screen, so I just did an investment type called options trading. So with the options trading, I bought 3 contracts, and the contracts that I purchased, I started with around $193 and I bought three contracts. One contract was with the company called Micron, or MU for the ticker symbol. Let me get this out of here because I don't want it to keep making noise. So with my Micron account, my computer's acting a little slow because I'm doing a little too much on it. Man, what is going on? Okay, there we go. So with the Micron account, I bought a contract saying that this stock was going to go up to at least $51.50. And at the time that I bought it, it was at $51.23. And when you buy a contract like that, it gives you some options on how much things cost. So right now, you wouldn't be able to buy anything today that's expiring on today. But right now, a option saying, see how the option, the stock keeps fluctuating between $53 and one and 2 cent, and then it goes back down to $52.99. So right now, if I was to purchase an option saying that I think this stock is going to go up to $53.50, I would have to pay this times 100, which is $34. And then once it goes up to $53.50, the total amount of the price changes on how much it costs, and what it changes to, that's how much you could sell it for. This is called options trading. I do options trading simply to gain some capital so I could start purchasing more stock. And this morning I am going to show you how you purchase this individual stock to have small gains, because slow money is still money. Try to share that all the time. It don't matter how slow that money comes, as long as it comes, it's still money. So right now, I got one last option that I'm trying to sell, and this is a T-Mobile option contract that I bought a few days ago. I thought it was going to go up to at least $102. And if I go to T-Mobile USA, ticker symbol, so you'll be able to view what their stock looks like. It looks like this. So right now their ticker symbol is they're trading at $101.34. I thought they would go all the way up to $102 because 2 days ago they hit $102. So I figured, hey, they hit $102, they could do that again. They actually hit $102.73. So if they would have hit that this morning, there would have been another $100 added to this account. Now I just want them to hit $101.55 so I can at least sell this call for 25 cents times 100, which would be $25. And I would be out. I think I bought this at $78, I think. So I would be out pretty significantly. Yep, I bought this at $78. So with me selling it at $25, I'll be losing $53 with this particular company that I chose to invest in. But when you take a loss, you also have to make plans to also make some gain. And I made most of that gain with the two options that I sold this morning with Starbucks and Micron. So right now I'm currently at $375. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and change this T-Mobile so I can go ahead and sell out of it. It's kind of getting on my nerves. See, now it says I'm up to where we at? Let me go back see what this look like, cause they messing with me. I should have been done sold out by now. See, now it says my T-Mobile call has reached its 90 point mark, but I set it up for my point mark to sell out at $40, so it should have been done sold by now. $45, so it should have sold by now. So I should only be making half of this instead of the whole thing. If I try to cancel it, probably won't let me cancel it. I'll see if it let me. Nope, it ain't gonna let me. So going back to the home screen. So what I do is anything over $300, I'm going to try to make some investments and try to show how to make some purchases concerning individual stock. Not going to do anything big, anything huge. I do have some plans with a company called DraftKings because sports is going to start opening back up in the fall, and DraftKings, they specialize in sports betting. So with them specializing in sports betting, I plan on making a nice little chunk of change doing an options trade with the sports betting platform. So right now I'm trying to see what my final total is going to be, and it looked like my T-Mobile stock finally just sold. So my final total for today is $397.75. Yeah. So when I am investing in Robinhood, using the Robinhood platform, I also look at how things are configured on my Yahoo Finance account. If you have a Yahoo email account, you can easily open up the Finance tab and be able to see how things have grown And it also gives you live update. I'm gonna hit the see what they
Like,
say
still
about the
obviously, Alexis,
coronavirus.
there are huge problems we're facing right now, and this is not even getting into the social unrest and the protests.
Andy, a lot of exuberance off this jobs report, but we'd love to get your take just from a market perspective. Is it warranted? The economy is still nowhere near it was exiting 2019.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, you guys, this is the most perplexing jobs report I think I've ever seen in all my decades covering business journalism. I mean, it's just stunning.
So it gives you a lot. It gives you a live update on the things that are going on in economic news. This is Yahoo's Finance Live, and they pretty much play this all the way to 4 o'clock until the end of the market day. So I have a couple of companies that I have highlighted that I would like to invest in using um, options trading, and then I would also like to purchase some companies to start building a diversified portfolio. So one would be my options trading watch list. I'm gonna start using DraftKings next week. Also, I'm gonna start using Square. Like I stated yesterday, it's a lot of since we're starting to open things back up. It's a lot of small businesses that use Square for the POS system, so they could start accepting credit cards and debit cards. I don't really need a watch Beyond Meat anymore, so I'm gonna take them off. Um, Arconic, I'm gonna keep them on there. Pfizer, I'm gonna keep them on there. AMD, I'm gonna keep these guys on here. So I'm gonna go back to the Robinhood platform. It looks like it might be so busy today that this thing is just gonna be irritatingly slow. I'm starting to see some news now, so I signed up to do the get fractional shares early by inviting friends. I signed up for that, and I signed up to do the fractional shares. Stock market future surge on surprising strong jobs report. So there was a report that went out last night, early this morning, that 2.5 million more jobs have been added. Um, and that's good economic news, knowing that it's over 42 million people that has filed for unemployment. So any type of news that help the economy out when it comes to the job market, investors are going to look at that as a plus. Um, I spoke yesterday about Lucan Coffee. It's based out of China. I still don't trust it. It's been moving up since it dropped all the way down to $3 or $4, but this was a $35 $40 uh, stock per share, and it dropped due to some mismanagement of funds. They were cooking their books, saying that they had more and sold more than what they really did, because they was trying to compete with Starbucks at a fast rate. So really, if it's not Alibaba out of China, really just don't mess with it. Airlines are starting to go back up because travel is about to start to go back up. Um, and FA Finance, that's who I wanted to mess with this morning. So I know that their top earnings for the last year or the last 52 weeks, I think it was around $8 at 809, and we do the 30% rule. So when we take $8, we take $8 and cent, multiply that by zero point 0.3 or 3/10, which is 30%. That's how much I want to take away from it. $2.42. I'm gonna round that up to $2.43. All right. So we got $2.43 we're gonna take away from 809. $2.43. That's $5.66. And basically, as long as the number that it's currently trading at is lower than this would be a good buy. So I think it's a good buy. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy some right now. I'm not gonna hit the trade tab. I'm gonna hit the buy tab. So shares. I want to spend about $3.30. $33. So I'm going to buy 10 at that amount. Hit the buy tab. I just bought 10 stock, MFA Finance. They're based out of New York. And when you buy shares of stock, they show up in a category on your home page. Looks like the home page still ain't acting right. There it is. So they show up as stocks that you purchase here on your home page at the top. So a few more companies that I've been looking at to purchase. I still like energy companies, and even though this company had a good run over the last year with around $400 per share, and it got all the way down to like 50 cents. Yeah, it's $473 per share for their 52-week high. Anytime that you buy this, whether they at $2, $4, $3, I don't imagine that it'll get up to $473.50, but it is a crude oil. It is a resource. They also do natural gas, and this company is out of Houston, Texas. Right now, they're trading at $1.52 per share, and within the next year, I say they're going to get up to around $20 to $25 a share. So I'm also going to spend about $15 to $19 to this one I have been watching too. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, this was a good one too. Um, it actually should have died during the crash, and they should be filing for bankruptcy. I've also been watching Whiting Petroleum, and they're actually filing for bankruptcy, and their court date is next Thursday on the 11th. But this company, it's been around since 2003. It survived the crash in 2008, 2009, and it took the market around 2 years to recover fully, to actually have consistent momentum. But this company has hung in there, so I think this company is still going to be around. And down in the region where it's at, I think it serves as a good resource for the people down there in Texas. So I'm going to buy 10 shares of this one as well. I know in another brokerage account that I use, actually bought 100 of these shares when they were down to I think at 70 cents when I bought 100 of them. So when I go back to the home screen, 10 of those shares should be at the home screen as well. Now these specific shares of stock that I just purchased, I'm gonna try to hold on as long as I can. You do pay income tax off of any gains that you have in a year, but you could also only on the gains, because they balance each other out if you have any losses as well. So stock market is doing good this morning. Starting out, S&P 500 was up, Nasdaq was up, and the Dow was up, and they're all in the green. They're doing pretty well in the green. So there was another company I was looking at. Let me see if I could find them. It was like a $5 stock that I was watching. So DraftKings is going down right now. HD Supply is up. Caterpillar is up. Square is up. Dollar General is going down. Dollar General, I highlighted Dollar General and have them in my watch list because out of all the dollar stores or the convenience stores that you can go to that are like quick in and out, get what you kind of need, you really want to avoid a big store like a Walmart. A store like Dollar General, Family Dollar, CVS. Um, Dollar General is the most popular when it comes to investing in, because of the convenience that they have, and a lot of I know here in the city where I'm at in Cincinnati, there are a lot of spots that used to be a Family Dollar where Dollar General has came in and just took over that space. So when it comes to the dollar store game, Dollar General just kind of sailed over its competition, kind of like Target did when after Black Friday, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, just kind of went up and smashed Walmart and got them up out the way. But I like them because how they excel over the last 3 months, and they just keep on making a climb. So when I get my paper up to where I could spend the way I want to spend with them, I'm gonna start doing some options trading. So if I hit the trade DG option right now, let's see what the price would be if I was to trade some Dollar General trading option for next week. If it's gonna get there. Come on, get there. Yeah, the Dollar Tree is doing good this morning. So if we were to pick next week, June the 12th, to do some options trading with Dollar General to buy a call, it starts out at $243. It says $2.43, but it's to control the right to control 100 shares. So since it's a right to control 100 shares, it's whatever the the contract is times 100. So if I was put money down, say, hey, I think the stock is going to go down to $182.50, and then it would cost me this price. And the reason the colors change from the amber color to the green color means it's in the money. A lot of purchases of that particular options trade has been made, and it gives you its plus and its minuses. So since it's in the money, all of these are green right now. So I am going to go back because I have 10 shares of finance, 10 shares of energy. Looks like gold is starting to go down, so petroleum should start to go up. Energy and petroleum should start to go up. Gold has went down slightly. Oasis Petroleum, they're still hovering around 75 cents. They've been hovering around 75 cents since March. I think I'm gonna pass on Oasis, and I'm gonna see if I could get into another purchase here. Looking at this NY Mortgage Company, it's another finance company. New York Mortgage Trust. So as far as their earnings, they're about halfway there, but I still want to have them as a diversified portfolio. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do 5 starting now. No, I ain't gonna do 5. I'm gonna do 1. No, let me do 2. I'll do 2. How about it? So I bought 2 of these. So the one thing that I'm showing with using the Robinhood app or the Robinhood platform, of course the app on your phone is a little quicker than the platform on a desktop. The desktop platform does work. It's just I'm running a lot of different things in the background that's slowing down the processing power of my computer. So it gives a latency. Okay, what else was we looking at? What's CPE? Oh, that's Callan Petroleum. I'm trying to find a ETF I was looking at this morning. I forget the name of it. Where is it at? It's Milestone Petroleum. What was their high? Their high was around $27. They're out of Quebec. So when it comes to buying stock is not hard at all. It's sad that oh, here it is. It's the REITs. So I wanted to buy some REITs. Buying stock is a lot easier than what we think it is. Um, I know I was never taught how to invest um, straight up, practically straightforward. It just wasn't taught to me. Um, Matter of fact, where I went to high school and middle school, it just wasn't taught. Uh, Not in the classes I was in. It may have been taught, but not in my classes. So, with the age of technology that we're in, the age of information, um, it is very simple to to participate in buying shares of stock and becoming an owner of those specific companies, becoming an owner of those ETFs, um, outside of outside of having a 401k that you get with your job or 403b that you have with the nonprofit. So I encourage everybody, especially if you look like me, if you act like me, you come from a place that I come from, and you've had some blinders on of any sort, to get out here and start owning some stock, owning some shares of stock, owning some companies. When you own shares of stock, you own companies. Um, the reason Jeff Bezos um, has such a high performance finance is because he owns, I think it's 16% of the shares of stock of Amazon. Even though he started the company with him owning the most of the shares that are out there, he is considered CEO because he owns the most. Um, he could he could still own the most and have someone appointed as CEO run it for him, but um, that's his baby. You know what I'm saying? So yes, anybody can do this, especially us. It's been hidden from us in plain sight. So I'm gonna buy 5 shares of these. I think that's all I'm gonna buy today. Slow money is still money. Um, Money doesn't always have to come fast. Money doesn't always have to come that you see. Like I said, this is on a platform, and with it being on the platform, I could buy today and not log in for another month, log in for another year. It's still going to continue with compound interest because other investors are going to start investing in the stock market, and with more investors uh, putting money into the stock market, it makes the stock that you invested in go up because it has more leverage to go up, and your portfolio after a year and a day, you could sell any stock that you own without having any type of financial repercussions like taxes. You don't have to pay taxes off of it. But as a day trader, you will have to pay taxes off of it because you're now having a daily income, a weekly income, a monthly income. And I know once it goes over 500 bucks, you're just gonna have to pay taxes anyway, and any company that you start like that, you're gonna have to pay taxes off of it. So go over some news, and then we're gonna get up out of here and enjoy the rest of our weekend. I haven't got any more. Yeah, there we go. So I currently have was 27 shares of stock that we purchased today. Um, it's not showing all my stock, all my returns, last price. No, I'll just leave it like that. So it's currently on this screen. It's showing that I only have 20, but it's not showing the last 7 that I just purchased, which is cool. The app is a little bit more different than the the browser. I mean, they kind of move at the same time, but they kind of don't. When I look at the browser, it shows the stock that I purchased at the top. You probably can't see that. It's too dark. There it is. So the 4 companies that I purchased today, they show at the top when it comes to the app. But on this right here, probably won't show up until later on today. That's when it'll finally kick in. Only because I think it's because it's so much traffic, so much volume on their website that the desktop management just can't handle it right now. So going over some news, the stock market futures, they are what starts the what you call it, the rhythm. They start the rhythm. They start the momentum of the stock market leading up into the day. So they had pretty good start, extending gains after data shows that economy defied expectations to add jobs in April. So if you haven't heard, there has been some jobs added. I think 2.5 million jobs. I know it's just a little scratch in the 42 million unemployment claims, but there's still a little progress. Slack, the company Slack, their ticker symbol is work. They actually took a hit after their earnings reading, earnings report, and the reason that they took a hit is because of a company named Zoom. Zoom took a lot of business away from Slack when a lot of companies were forced to work from home. Um, Even though Slack has a similar platform, Zoom got a more attention when it came to working from home, especially with conference calls and meetings that you have to do. So Zoom, believe it or not, if you would have invested in Zoom 3 months ago, you would have quadrupled your money by now. 3 months ago, Zoom was trading at I think $20. No, it was last year. Last year they was trading at $20 on the low end. I don't think they ever hit $20. Now on the low end, looks like they hit. Let me do some reading. Yeah, on the low end, they hit $60, $60.97. I was thinking of a different company, and they have almost. Yeah, they get up to 240. Yeah, they get up to 240. They're going to quadruple their money. So, but right now they're trading at 200. And if you would have bought them just 3 months ago during the crash or during the pandemic, let's say it was March and April, even if you would have got in at early March, you would at least doubled your money. So Zoom kind of knocked Slack with the ticker symbol work out, and I keep Slack in my watch list because I know a lot of tech companies do use them. I don't know why they use them, but they still use them. They're a pretty stable company. So stocks making the biggest move in the pre-market. Yep, Slack, Gap, uh, Reinhardt, and Broadcom, Uber. That was 8 hours ago. Let's go with some recent news with Yahoo Finance. Yep, I was just talking
In the
about
process of
Zoom.
being worked out.
That is still in early stages, so we'll have more to talk about that in the future.
So the CFO was speaking out to Yahoo Finance, giving them an update and congratulating them on basically smashing Slack because they basically did this like, hey, we're over here, bring that business over here. We have no hiccups, and then they started having hiccups, and then they quickly implemented some of those patches to where those hiccups would go away. Well, one thing that I read yesterday about Zoom is when it comes to the free edition that you download and install on your computer on your phone, they're not going to include the security patch. So they're not going to cover you on the security when it comes to the free edition of Zoom. But if you purchase Zoom and have a monthly or yearly subscription, they're going to add the security patch. Now, what is this security patch that they have? Now, the issue that they had when uh, when the transition happened and everyone started using Zoom, the issue that they had was a lot of their meetings was broadcast as public, so anyone that had the Zoom meeting link and the code could just get in. And so a lot of Zoom bombs, you know how we have photo bombs where someone just gets in your picture and has a photo, they bomb your photo. They was having a lot of Zoom bombs where people was just joining in meetings. And imagine being in a business meeting and then someone just comes in and start playing some hardcore cussing rap music, and it's like too late. You can't mute them. It's already done happen. By the time you mute them and mute everybody else, it's a big embarrassment and a big waste of time in your business meeting. So now those Zoom bombs could still happen if you're using the free edition, but if you're using the paid subscription of Zoom, that would not happen. We know the Dow surged because of the 2.5 million job increase, and I think that's all I want to go over today. The jobs added, buying stock, have any type of gain. Yeah, that's all we're gonna do today. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, asking questions, getting involved, starting to invest in the stock market. Believe it or not, this is how countries are made, how wealth is built. Um, I explained to a young guy that I was working next to, and I said, "How would you feel if instead of you coming to put in time doing work, that you take some money that you have set aside and you let your money work for you, and your money actually made you money, enough money to pay you back, and you still have money working for you. He said, I would like that a lot. I said, that is exactly what investing in the stock market is. Now, for a start, I recommend that you start with an easy platform like Robinhood or Webull, and then as you get educated, transition over to a more sophisticated platform where you would have to be re-educated again, learn some more from. And I'm talking about Charles Schwab or TD Ameritrade or E-Trade, something of that matter. Um, but yeah, that's what I got. I want you guys to be safe, care for the ones that you love the ones you care for, and be safe this weekend. Remember,